Do you think you're going to be better looking in 10 years as compared to how you look now?
That's deep. Yes.
Better looking in 10 years. So you're
I would think so.
So 35, you're going to be better looking at 45.
I think so.
What about in 20 years? 55 versus 35.
Yeah, if you got money, you can look good forever. Get a little Botox, get a little this, a little that. Hey, that's my opinion.
So better looking at 55 as compared to now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like older. Yeah, I think so.
Were you better looking?
Better looking.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully around the same.
The same. You think you'll look the same at 55 as you do now? Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of gray hairs, little wrinkles. You know.
Yeah. Do you think
the tats cover up a lot of like the age? You know, if I get wrinkles, I'll just tattoo it. You know.
Do you think you were? Do you think you were better looking at 25 than you are now?
No.
So you're better looking now than you were 10 years ago at 25?
I think so.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Yeah, you know my answer.
Well, there's new people.
I guess so, but
okay,
yeah.
so you'll be better looking at 35 than you are now at 25?
Yes.
45?
Yes.
55?
Yes.
Okay. What about
I
you?
don't think I'm going to look better than I do now.
Okay, so you're 30.
I'm 30.
Okay. Were you better looking at 20 than you are now at 30?
At 20, hell no. I look way better than I did at 20.
Okay. What about you? You are 24. Will you be better looking at 34 than you are now?
Subjectively, I think women look better in their 30s. Subjectively, I think women look better in their 30s.
Subjectively, you think women look better in their... So then you'll look better in your 30s then?
I think so. I think they look more sophisticated, and it's like about their demeanor and way of being.
Okay, what about 44? You're 24
I don't
now.
know. I think it depends on the person.
Johns_myth donated $200.
Okay.
What do you call a lesbian on fire?
I thought that was that.
Oh, so 44?
44?
Will you be better looking at 44 than you are now at 24?
I'm unsure.
You're not sure?
I would say 30s. I would.
Yeah, we
cap.
already...
No, I
yeah.
said cap. I don't know. Maybe it would just maintain that.
You just made 10
Until
years.
44?
Until 44.
So from
So
30,
difficult, dude.
so from 34 to 44, there will be no perceptible changes in your looks.
Yeah, probably. Of course, there would be. But
Okay.
maybe on a attractive scale, it would stay the same.
Yeah. What about 54?
Probably not. I would
Okay.
reasonably say it would change in some form or another in society's eyes.
In societies, okay.
Yeah,
all
because
right.
they perceive older women as, for some reason, less beautiful.
Why doesn't that apply to
Benjamin's
44
like that.
then?
It's about how you take care of yourself, yeah.
Like that. It's how you take care of yourself at 44. You never know. You could be more attractive at
So do you
44.
think you would look
hold
better
on.
at...
Let me change the question then. So the framing here is all else being equal. So people will say, well, I was an alcoholic, drug addict, and morbidly obese at 20, but at 30, I ate healthy, I didn't do drugs, I never drank, I got
Correct.
8 hours of sleep, and I was 13% body fat or whatever healthy body fat percentage is. The question really is, if all else being equal, if you possessed all those things at age 20 as compared to age 30.
Well, 30, like I said, I think there's a sophistication level to that. I think.
Yeah, but I'm talking about looks.
No, but even in looks.
What he's
even in
asking, hang on,
looks.
what he's asking specifically, I just want to make sure that this is totally clear. When he says all else equal, what he's saying is, all the surgery that you have, whatever
I don't
you
have
have,
any surgery
all
at
the
all.
all the fillers you have, whatever you have, and I'm not accusing anybody of having it or not having it, but whatever those things are, whatever your beauty regimen currently is, however it is that you're taking care of yourself now versus you at 20, that's what all else equal is. That means whatever you're doing now, if it was being done at 20, would you have been prettier at 20 than you are now?
Personally, at 20 to now.
She's 24, so
I'm 24.
so 34 to 24.
I would say,
24 years.
I would say equal or more, like, because like I said, there's a maturity in your appearance, not just your way of your appearance itself.
Yeah, but wouldn't that, if maturity was a factor in terms of determining physical attractiveness, wouldn't then people who are 55, 65, 75, wouldn't
think
they
it's
be the
different
most
from
physically
looking like-
attractive?
Well, I think it's different from when I was 20 years old. I had a baby face and I looked like people thought I was like 15. So I think there's a difference, like the way that people grow into their bodies.
So you no longer have a baby face?
maybe, I don't know.
So what's going to change? So you're 24, but you said you'll be more physically attractive at 34. What?
Well,
It's not
for
going to be a baby
example-
face if
well,
you've already
for
lost it.
No, for example, it's like if you have, on society's perspective, like fat in your cheeks or whatever, the older you get, the more your jaw the fat slims out of your cheeks, the more your nose becomes pronounced, the way that is defined, the way your face looks is completely different. Jaw structure, bone structure, cheek structure is
Okay.
different.
Can I ask a question? Is it also about the experience that you gain from that point to
Yeah.
34 that makes you hold yourself physically in a different demeanor?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say in
The
the beginning, but then
experience?
Yeah, the experience that you have from 24 to 34, life experience, makes you hold yourself different
You
when
mean
you're
like
walking
more
through life.
bodies?
no
Not bodies. I'm talking about life experience. I'm
That's-
talking about tragedies and the ups and the downs
So
of
trauma
life.
Wisdom.
and baggage?
No,
No,
I'm not
wisdom.
talking
Yeah.
stress.
Wisdom, Brian.
Why are you going so negative?
Yeah.
That's what life experience is. It doesn't.
No, it's
I'm
not.
so sorry that has been your life experience.
That's not what
but
I said.
Okay, hang on.
but you're-
I'm actually willing to engage in this because I'm curious about this myself. When you say life experience, absent baggage, what the fuck does that mean?
I'm talking
I actually
about
do want to know.
wins, times that you have been very accomplished, like times that make you feel
Isn't
worthy.
accomplishment usually in the face of adversity? Isn't that what we consider accomplishments?
I
For
mean,
instance,
yeah.
if for instance you beat somebody in the race because you trained really hard, or you were facing some type of adversity to yourself, you overcame it. That's the W. How does that not come with baggage? How does that not come
You're
with
right,
making
you're right.
enemies?
Most
How does that not come with sexual partners? How does that not come with that?
So with the first part, I agree. The sexual partner part, I think it's different. But I'm gonna talk about the first part right before you said sexual partner part. Okay. So in regards to that, I would say, like you said, the accomplishment comes with baggage, right?
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying there, 100%. But when you are older, you're able to, I'm going to throw a term out here, you're probably not going to like it, alchemize that, turn that darkness into light
Well,
within yourself.
I mean, I don't mind you using the term,
Okay.
but I'm not sure in the context that you're using it, I know what it
I'm
means. Can
using
you
it
just
as-
really quickly define alchemize for me?
So, and I'm using it in the spiritual sense.
Yeah, what is it? What does it mean?
Turning one thing into another. Like
Okay.
turning iron into gold, like something like that. So turning your
Yeah.
darkness,
Which is
your
what alchemy
baggage-
was, is the ability to turn non-precious metals into precious metals.
Exactly,
But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. So, turning your perceived baggage into a lighter part of yourself. So, the older you get, doesn't mean you have baggage. Yeah, you might have had traumatic experience, but that doesn't mean you have trauma.
Wait, hold on.
Now, let me give you a very quick counter. You do realize when you use the term alchemize, and I love the fact that you use that term. Has anybody ever successfully
Oh, I have
been
this.
able to turn, hang on, has anybody ever successfully been able to turn non-precious metals into gold?
I love this because I had
Answer
this
the question,
I
have
just said
they?
no because I had this conversation with my
so
boyfriend.
why should I
and it's really
believe
funny.
that you can alchemize
No,
your
no.
trauma and your baggage into something good when the very
Andrew.
definition of the word that you're using is the transmutation of non-precious metals into gold, which has never been done? Man, you really did yourself in on that one.
Andrew, no, Andrew, that is not. I'm using it in the spiritual context. I am not using it in the physical, and you know that.
Yeah, I mean,
You
but
know
even in the
that.
spiritual, it would be the same,
Hey.
right? In the spirit, even in the spiritual context, nobody's ever spiritually
What do you
been
mean?
able to take any. In this case, let's say a precious emotion. Let's just say a precious emotion, and turn that emotion into something else without some baggage from it. How does that even work?
No, I got what you're saying in the beginning, but at the end you lost me. I'm sorry.
Well,
can do
okay,
it in
so
art.
if you have an emotion and you turn it into a different emotion, how does that
Yes.
come with no baggage?
No,
Even the
because-
process of doing that is going to be adversity, right?
No, because that's like healing a part of yourself. It would be healing that part of yourself, the baggage that is there, right?
So
Healing
something
that.
needed to be healed?
Not necessarily, but if it's
Well, then how are you healing a part of yourself?
so here's
what do you
the
mean?
thing. Because then you could. The reason why it's overlapping like this is because I'm trying to explain multiple like spiritual knowings into one, where you could go into like the deepest one and be like, oh yeah, everything is perfect. There is no need to be healed. You're perfect.
Look, I
just way
love
you
the
are.
esoteric.
But
The
then
esoteric is a lot of fun for me to discuss.
And healing yourself in this context, turn your baggage into light.
Yes.
You
Can I say
can.
something to that too?
Hold
Yeah.
on. I got to get this back on the fucking rails.
All right.
I got to get this back on the rails. This had to do with looks, and she was saying that by going through experiences and trauma, that this would somehow manifest
that's
itself
what you were
in you
saying.
carrying
You brought up
yourself
the baggage.
in a
You
different
were the one
way.
who literally
Trauma
brought
and the
that up.
baggage. I didn't say
You
that.
said
No,
what about all the
you
baggage?
brought no. One of you brought up. Well, as you get older, you get more experiences,
Oh, yeah,
and then you
that.
carry yourself differently. Ergo, your physical outward appearance
Yes.
Yeah.
is somehow improved
Yeah.
through your experiences, which would also include your trauma and baggage, as well as your
Yes.
good experiences where you're going to fucking Cancun or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
people do for your good experiences. I don't know. Articulate to me how even your good experiences will make you look better.
It's the way you carry yourself. That's the
I
only way
feel
you can
like
say it.
with good experiences, like going to Cancun and being able to afford the trip on your own and making that money at a different age, and you're like, oh my god, it's so accomplished.
I can just make a counter argument
And
and
be-
say
that-
just as
that
many
was
people
traumatic?
just as many people as you go through life, you tend to start accruing certain traumas and heartbreaks and
let's
baggage. Do
make it
people? Let
that.
me ask you guys a question. Do people typically get more or less jaded as they get older?
More
More
jaded.
jaded.
So would they then carry more tension in their body?
Yes.
Perhaps. And question. Here's another question. Do people's posture as they age tend to get better or worse?
Worse.
Okay, so then
But
I can just
that's an
reverse this whole
average.
argument of
Wait, I didn't
over
answer that.
time your
Yeah,
outward physical appearance
We're
is going to
not
get worse
answering that.
because people tend to hold themselves in worse ways, either through being jaded, they carry more tension in their body. That's going to manifest itself in stress. Like you'll see that in people's faces. If they've had a lot of stress in their life, they're going to get wrinkles, hair's
That's
going to go
just
gray, they're
gravity
going to
and,
lose
like,
their hair,
cell
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And it goes other
And then
way.
people's posture tends to get poorer and poorer and poorer as they get older.
I like what you said about eating healthy, taking care of yourself. Like if you're doing all those type of things, working out, stretching, eating the best, whatever the fuck, that's definitely gonna make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Am I?
I think that the original conversation of from 24 to 34, you gain a lot of life experience that makes you feel confident on who you are. And that's how you walk through life. You walk more
do you
confident.
think, but like, okay, just in terms of what men find attractive in general, beyond just physical appearance, do you think men care about
I
your
think actually men get
experiences?
scared of women that have that confidence. I think that after 30, it's a lot harder to date because you're confident. And if you're single with no kids,
So you're
it's
saying
different.
women are more off-putting the older they get?
off-putting.
Well, you said men get scared.
Yeah, they do. They
They're-
get more
they get
intimidated.
scared.
They're like,
Right.
I can't afford this girl. You know, at 30 with no kids and living and taking
30
care
with
of
kids.
But I'm talking about 30 with no kids. There's a difference.
But
There's
you
a
said that
difference.
men are attracted to women's experience.
It's tough out here.
I
women-
didn't say that guys were attracted to experience of women.
It's because like women aren't as
men
when
are
you're younger.
attracted to
You're more like
confidence.
naive. You're
You think
more
men are attracted
easy
to
to
confidence?
manipulate.
Yes.
Men don't care about your confidence at all.
I would say
I could debate
Well, that's
that.
something
That's
new
not
to
fair.
They care about-
That's
They
something
They
new to
don't
me.
care
You
about
think
that.
men like
I
insecure
didn't
women?
know that. I
Brian,
didn't
what
know
do
that. That's
men
bullshit.
care about?
Usually guys
Brian,
are really attracted
Brian,
to
what
me
do men
because
care
Move your
about?
mic to this way. And
Fucking animals.
I feel like I attract guys that have a lot of confidence and just
what
like.
does that have to do with what they're attracted
Well,
to?
I'm saying they're gonna be attracted to somebody else that has a lot of confidence.
I don't see how that follows.
I
Wait.
feel like guys like confidence. They don't want a woman that's gonna bring them down. They don't want a Debbie Downer.
That's
Brian.
well, hold on. You can have a positive disposition, and you could be like have perhaps a more shy or shy disposition.
That's
Well,
true. And still bag a baddie.
What about, so say if like, you were with a woman, right? And
Yeah.
she, yeah, let's get all the way into the details. And she was like so, like her confidence level was a 0, and she was just constantly like jealous,
Hold on. We're
insecure.
talking
She
about
had
different
trust
things, though.
issues.
We're talking about, okay, so let me ask you a question. If a guy approached you and he was just super confident, no trembling in his voice, eye contact on point, just you could hear it, you hear it in his voice, his manner of speech, there was no hesitation, just very confident. Whereas if a girl were to step to me in her and she, if she approached me and she was like a little bashful and a little bit shy and her eye contact was, but she wasn't like being creepy, but she was like maybe a little nervous. That wouldn't be, at least from the guy's perspective, a negative mark against her if she's got a little shake in her voice. Whereas if there's a shake in a dude's voice and he steps to you, that's an instant rejection for
No,
most
I think
women.
that's kind of cute sometimes
That's
too.
not
I
cute.
It's an
like very
instant
cute
no.
guys, like, a little
No,
shy.
Not for me. I don't like the
think
weird,
no.
like psychotic, like I'm fucking perfect. I'm amazing at conversations. Hello.
Like
let's
if a
go on
girl's a
date.
little bashful, like a little. You
But
know,
I think
her-
that's.
Okay,
I think
so-
what you're describing is true on both ends.
No, it's not.
What? Where
I
it's
feel
like,
like-
some men like when they're bad, like you said. I think that's true. And I think on the other end, some men like when women are more attractive. And I think on the other end, women like when men are more attractive. And then sometimes some.
Attractive? You mean confident?
I'm sorry, I'm getting my words
True.
messed up already. Like I'm just.
You mean
I've
con-
only
do you mean
slept 2
confident?
hours within like.
Okay.
24
this is-
hours.
I feel like this
original
goes
question.
back
Everyone
has
to
their
the
What
original
the fuck
point.
was
in
the
my
original
eyes.
question? As soon as it gets to right here at this part of the table, I lost the whole the original
Good.
question.
I'm glad.
Okay, so I'm going to move it on, but
Jesus.
I will bring up the hypergamy thing in a bit. But going around the table, I think we're going with you. You are 26. Will you be more physically attractive at
Oh,
36 as
there it
compared to
is.
26?
Okay, I'm gonna say 36, yes, but like higher, no. I'm gonna give you that, and then also
Okay.
I'm gonna make a comment that I think men have like Benjamin Button disease, like they get more attractive to society as they get older, and women get less. So it's like reverse. That's my comment.
They get more attracted to society.
Yeah, men get more attractive
Are more
in
attractive.
society.
Like when you look at it
Oh, in
overall.
society, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying that men age better than women?
No, I'm saying to society. I'm not saying men age better.
Well, I mean,
That's
who
your
is
opinion,
society?
Right.
I'm saying based on society standards,
Yeah, who is society?
We are
the grand census, like, in general.
Yeah, so men and women.
So think
if
about
you're saying
Ryan
that based on society,
Gosling.
men get more attractive with age, then you're saying that men get more attractive with age, right?
I'm saying
it's the
based
metric
on
of most people.
It goes both
society.
ways. It goes both ways. Men and women.
I'm saying based on
Well,
society.
I mean, does it though? That wasn't her claim. Her claim is she says, okay, based on society. So now we have society. Who is society? Society is all men and women collectively, right? They're looking
Yeah.
through this societal prism. So we can reduce this to societal relativism.
Yeah.
Relative to the society, men are more attractive as they age than women, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that dictate that most women find older or men to get more attractive as they age? Wouldn't that logically follow?
Yeah, societally. Yeah.
Well, but societally is a collective group of people, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's true, then most people would be thinking this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that happens
So-
through advertisement, through films,
Yeah, there's a
through
bunch of reasons
there's
for it, but
like
I'm
the
just
media